In a society obsessed with appearances and signs of material wealth, the idea of intentionally looking poor might seem counterintuitive. It's like, I want to be seen, right? But people with money don't want to be seen as walking dollar signs. This is why beneath the surface of Instagram-ready lifestyle photos and excessive consumption lies a compelling argument for embracing modesty. In today's video, I'm talking about why you may want to embrace looking poor to a certain extent instead of looking rich. Why you may want to choose a couple of t-shirts from Target over the designer label and embrace a more modest lifestyle in a material world. Now, to be clear, my definition of looking poor is choosing to consume less materially, though you can afford a lot more. It's not about going around with a hole in your jeans. So when people look at you, you're still clean looking, if you know what I mean, and dressed appropriately. You're just not a walking model for labels. Okay, so the first reason is that by looking poor, you're going to attract more genuine relationships. I think it's a compelling reason because you fit into what the everyday person is wearing, or you choose to drive a car that isn't flashy. By default, you blend into what's many people's norm. Remember, people judge by the surface and no one is seeing your bank account or what you have inside of your home. When you present yourself in a less showy manner, it helps to filter out people who would be drawn to you because they're trying to see what they can get out of you. It's easier to form genuine connections when a person is choosing you because they think you all have similar values, or they like your personality, or you all have mutual interests. You met at a yoga class, for instance, or a business conference for women. Looking poor or presenting oneself in a humble manner does carry weight in attracting genuine and meaningful relationships. I think it's harder to attract true friends when people know that you're well off sometimes. I was talking to a close friend a few days ago, and she was telling me that she recently told her sisters that I'm one of the few people in her life that's really a friend. Why? Because when people look at this woman, they see the house, the husband, the SUV, and so on, and think that she has money, and they want to get close to her because of this. Now, when you look rich, in a lot of your interactions with people, they are not prioritizing listening to you or even trying to understand who you are. They are trying to bid time and go in for the axe. There's something that they want from you. Another thing is that sometimes because you look a certain way, some people may not necessarily approach you. They may have preconceived notions about you because you look rich, not realizing that you and them may actually get along well. It's actually hard to form a sense of solidarity with a person when we think that they're on a different wavelength than us. If you're an insecure person, there are many people with money who have solid, good characteristics, who have formed connections with people who aren't in their tax bracket, only because the person didn't realize early on that they have money. Because whether we want to admit it or not, many people have a picture of what looking rich is. And this picture is of someone who is arrogant and who flaunts their money. And this can alienate potential friends or partners. People are naturally drawn to humility because it signals a willingness to connect on a deeper level, beyond appearances and beyond status symbols. So by looking poor or presenting yourself in a more humble manner, you will attract better relationships and can form a wider, more supportive network built on genuine connections. Listen, one time my friend took me to an outlet called Roses that had great clothes, household items, toys, and so on. And I remember saying to her, if you're rich, you'll never think to come into the store, not knowing the money you'll save on quality items. And I think sometimes persons without money besides the issue of money, there are commonalities that you would have in terms of experiences. And experiences is what sometimes alienates people, because some people could afford certain experiences and others can't. People who look poor are going to form connections with a wider network of people, and this can really be useful in your life. And the reason they're able to form this wider connection is because, as I said, people judge from the surface and they view the person as on their wavelength. There are things in life that we know only money can get done. Likewise, there are things in life that only people can get done. And for that, you'll have to have genuine relationships with other people. The second thing that Looking Poor allows you to do is to live a more modest lifestyle. You don't need to buy a certain car to demonstrate your social status or wear certain clothing. You can choose a home in a safe neighborhood or a modest house instead of something pricier and be fine with it, because you're not keeping up with anyone else. When you embrace simplicity in your appearance and possessions, you free yourself from the burden of accumulating unnecessary items. There are many people in expensive apartments and large houses that they don't spend quality time in because they have to work to maintain the payments. They also have less time for travel and other expenses or other experiences. And the thing is, how often do people come over to your house for you to feel the need that you must have certain things? And if they do, most people don't care. So living modestly allows you to prioritize things that matter: your health, your relationships, your personal growth over material possessions. It also allows you to purposely contain your desire for more, which can help you in creating a more sustainable way of life. It's basically about living below your means, and this will not only help your own financial stability, but also significantly boosts wealth accumulation over time, because you're doing the opposite of what most people do, which is you're spending less than you earn. So you can be strategic with your money and put it towards savings, investments, and debt repayments. When we are consistently setting aside a portion of our income, we can create a financial safety net that protects against unexpected expenses or emergencies. And this proactive approach prevents reliance on credit, and it also reduces the stress that's associated with financial uncertainty. And by looking poor and adopting a more modest lifestyle, this inherently encourages more mindful spending habits. So you prioritize purchases that align with your values and your long-term goals. This not only prevents you from having unnecessary expenses, but it also cultivates financial discipline and resilience. People who live below their means are also able to eliminate their debt, which reduces interest payments and it frees them up from additional debt. And it also, this enables them to have their money or use their money towards additional resources, towards savings and investments. The third reason Looking Poor benefits the person is because they often choose to spend more on experiences rather than on material goods. Experiences such as travel and learning new skills benefit our lives in ways that material possessions cannot. They create lasting memories and contribute to personal growth and fulfillment. So by prioritizing experiences over material wealth, you invest in moments that shape who you are. And these experiences provide a deeper sense of happiness and fulfillment compared to the temporary satisfaction derived from material things. In essence, Looking Poor becomes a deliberate choice to enrich your life with meaningful experiences that leave a lasting impact. So unlike material possessions that depreciate, memories and lessons learned from experiences, that's going to enrich our lives indefinitely. And this mindset promotes lifelong learning and self-discovery, which encourages individuals to seek fulfillment beyond, material things. The fourth thing is that looking poor rather than looking rich allows you to create a sustainable future because you're spending less now. First, it reduces your personal consumption because you don't feel the need to buy the latest skincare products just because they're trending. You're not shopping every time you see a sale sign. You don't feel like you have to buy the latest phone and so on. And by spending less now, you save more for the future and can invest in sustainable practices. Finally, looking poor helps you avoid the dreaded lifestyle creep because of peer pressure. Lifestyle creep, or this gradual increase in spending on things to maintain a certain image or social standing, can leave some people in a never-ending loop of spending. So by deliberately looking poor rather than looking rich, you guard yourself against this pressure to constantly upgrade your lifestyle and possessions. Avoiding lifestyle creep allows you to maintain financial stability and freedom. As someone who's lived in an apartment, we've all heard of the apartment complexes filled with Range Rovers. So when you have the Range Rover, you have to maintain it and you have to work for it. So how are you going to move out of the apartment or take a trip or pursue certain goals when this vehicle must be paid for? Lifestyle creep basically can keep you shackled. It costs to be out there looking rich when you're living paycheck to paycheck or you only have a little bit of savings. When a person avoids lifestyle creep or spending to keep up with others, they can spend that money on things that will create a more fulfilling life that's authentic to them. True wealth allows you to choose how you live. So in wrapping up, looking poor is not about denying yourself comfort. It's about deciding what's important to you. Sometimes you want nice things, but you should want it for you, not because you want to show other people that you have this nice thing. Prioritize authenticity and personal fulfillment over appearances. By making some modest choices when it comes to your lifestyle, you can form more genuine relationships, invest in meaningful experiences, support a sustainable future, and resist some of the societal pressures to conform. It's all a choice. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to subscribe and to hit the like button. Until the next time.